What is gonna happen right now? This is like insane.
Okay. Okay. Today, we will be reacting to episodes 11 and 12 of Samurai Champloo. Don't know what to expect, how to feel. We were actually both talking to some mutual friends recently about the show and sharing our thoughts, things that we've, shared with you guys about how we're feeling when it comes to a more serious episode and how Samurai Champloo tackles that versus when Samurai Champloo is just funny, goofy, silly, cool. And they actually gave me hope. Not that I lost hope, but they gave me hope. Stop.
Damn.
And gave me energy, the energy I needed, I think, to continue this series with all the passion and all the excitement that I previously had. So I'm back in.
Okay, I mean, you're out then.
Last week I was teetering.
But you can't be back in if you were already like teetering on in.
I was like,
that was my point.
Am I out? Am I in? Am I out? Am I in? Am I out? Am I in? And after the conversation, I understand how that could be interpreted, what people could associate that sort of movement and that sort of action with. But I'm in. I'm all the way in. I can't be in anymore.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to add before we jump right in?
No,
Megan?
let's hop right in.
All right, well, let's just freaking do it then. Let's get into our first reaction. A reaction to episode 11, Gamblers and Gallantry.
A lot of gambling. Didn't see the fallen angel part.
Like a falling angel.
All right, fool. The order's up.
Okay.
You got a job now. Or was this in the past?
They must have set up shop, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they've been here a while.
Pardon me for intruding. This canal is not as deep as it appears. If you'd like to drown yourself, it would be wise to choose another location.
Damn.
Very helpful.
Looked to you like I would do that? My goodness, it must have looked like I'm terribly sad to you. Honestly, I wouldn't put myself through something that painful. Thank you for the warning, nonetheless.
Damn.
He's like, damn, I really got that shit wrong.
Oh, stag beetle fights.
Come on, you can take this guy.
This is some JoJo shit right here. Whoa.
Damn. Whoa,
I mean, I know a lot of people
eels.
just do this in Japan, but every time I see it, it reminds me of JoJo.
Excuse me.
That was the first time I ever saw it.
Oh, great! You're here for the part-time job, right? Mind the stall for me, will you?
I understood this job was to involve my sword.
There's gonna be plenty of use for that. Don't stress it. With all this rain, business is gonna be totally dead tonight.
Wait.
All right, buddy. It's all
Packed.
yours.
One grilled eel, please. Oh my, aren't you the samurai from earlier? So you work as an unagi vendor?
No, this is not what I normally do.
There, that's the one. I want that feisty little guy right in the middle.
A feisty little guy.
Jesus.
Slippery.
Slippery little guy.
That won't work. You'll never catch an eel using brute force. You've got to anticipate their moves. Now! An eel's like a good woman. If you try to hang on to them by force, they'll only run away.
Oh, shit.
It's fixed in place.
He's like, okay, I'm gay.
Eels whose pride and joy. You're asking for bad luck if you just start hacking away at it.
Girl, you should be working here. The fuck?
Yeah, really. What the fuck?
Doing his work for free. Girl.
What'll it be, ma'am? Ray grilled
I mean, she
eel
did. She
with
hired herself.
everything. Here, get him ready to go.
I'm in a rush. Can I get 5 of them?
Get the sauce ready.
Whoa, whoa,
Not a little
whoa.
faster. All right, everybody, step right up. It'll double your energy and keep you healthy too. Grilled eel. It's Hamamatsu specialty.
Oh, it looks so good.
You need some
Yo.
grilled eel. Not bad for a day's work. Business was really booming. What am I doing? I just went out for a walk and ended up working.
Allow me to cook one for you.
He's a master now. I like this song.
My, when you cook something,
Oh.
you make sure it's well cooked.
My God.
He burnt the shit out of it.
How
Well
can I
cooked,
not?
bitch. That shit is
Here goes
fucking
nothing.
char.
That shit is the gristle from the fucking
Your
bottom.
cooking is really quite amazing. I'm pretty sure that this is the worst thing I've ever eaten, but I suppose that's a talent in and of itself.
Damn, he sucks at this job. He sucks.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll have some wonderful memories from this. Goodbye.
Memories?
Got your umbrella.
Tomorrow morning, I start working in a brothel. So this is really my last day to walk around freely. My husband fell into debt, and I'm the only collateral we have.
Oh
This happens all the time, I
my
suppose. Well,
god.
goodbye. It's been fun.
Damn.
Poor thing.
Come on now, put your back into it, buddy.
Hi there, I'm back. I won't like the answer, but what are you doing?
What's it look like I'm training him? It's for Beetle Sumo Wrestling. I'm gonna train this little dude here and enter him in matches. I'll soon be making a shitload of cash with this bad boy.
You are such a jerk! Get a job!
Excuse me.
You came all the way here just to return
Damn.
this?
Yes, I did.
That's very sweet. But I'm afraid I won't be needing that old thing anymore. I'm not allowed to go into the outside world. It could rain for days on end, and it won't be of any significance to me. You know, if you'd like to, you're welcome to keep it for yourself. Look at you. You're completely soaked.
This is really, really fucking sad.
Customer.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right there, sir.
By the way,
Huh?
would you please tell me what your name is?
My name is Shino. However, I won't be needing that anymore either. Tell me
Jesus.
yours.
It's Jean.
Well, thank you, Jean.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, baby, bring home the bacon if you want to eat.
It's times like this when I ask myself, why am I watching two bugs fight each other?
Jesus. It's
We're going
hard.
damn, bro.
Just because
This is MMA right now.
Come on, do it, Rodriguez. Take him down.
Rodriguez. Oh!
Some UFC shit. Let's go.
No way! You actually won!
He.
All that training, hard work and
Damn,
training
that shit's big.
pays off.
Ugh.
They're fucking huge. Bro.
Oh.
If I ever saw one of those things, I would fucking be contemplating at the edge of a bridge.
Be deep in thought.
Yeah.
The edge of a bridge.
I'd be deep in thought at the edge of a bridge.
You came here for a woman then? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that you have to leave. You're interfering with business. My time is not my own now. I can't sit here and chat with you. Please don't come here again.
Welcome, sir. Have you spotted a girl that strikes your fancy? We have some
I'm broke.
Huh? We got a window shopper.
Hey, buddy, we're running this business just so
We got a window
Samurai
shopper.
can have some free eye candy.
Come back with some cash.
Bro, just take them all out. Just take. Oh.
Bro,
Bad for
bro.
business.
I mean, cause I feel like he thinks that, or he knows that if he does anything, he's creating problems for her. I
Don't
feel
ever
like.
come here again.
Damn.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And bro, like your husband fucking sucks.
Oh my god. I can't. This is a lot. This is a lot, bro.
So, what do you have to say now?
Well, after we pay back the guy for letting us stay here, we'll still have tons left! And it's going straight into our savings!
Yo, loosen up the purse strings. That happens to be my seed money to make more cash.
Gene!
He's
What
going
happened? How'd you get all beat
through
up?
it.
I'm fine, really.
No, you're not. Look at you.
You've got money.
When did you...
Hey, it was my bug who won that match. I'll do whatever I want with it.
Let me have it.
Say what?
What do you want it for?
I need to buy a woman.
Huh?
The bug. Where's Momo at? Have Momo fight.
Gone.
It's you. I thought I asked you not to come here.
Damn, he's happy as hell.
Back again for another ass whooping, huh? Got a thing for getting yourself beat
He
up?
probably got beat up
Please
because
come in,
he
kind
wanted
sir.
them to lower their
Well, how now you'd
expectations.
like,
Maybe
sir.
that too.
I'm afraid I'll have to ask you for your swords. House rules, sir.
So just what do you think Gene meant by what he said? Do you really think he's gonna go buy some woman?
Hey, I'm glad to hear it.
What?
Well, you know, I was getting suspicious. You ever seen him check out a girl?
So who cares?
That's a pretty good sign he's queer.
No way! What do you
He really might be
I don't
like for
think
real,
that's
for
why
real
he's saying
though.
it's another woman
Which
when
is crazy that you called
You
that
saying you want to be his
like
main
episode 2.
That's not what I said.
You got the figure of a wood plank.
I do not.
Show me what you got then.
Brace yourself, cause it's an eyeful. I'm having some thoughts.
You're jealous, aren't you?
Huh? Of course I'm not jealous. What in the world would lead you to believe I'm jealous? Lone wolf wannabes like Gene with that far-off look of theirs, the kind that doesn't let you know at all what they're thinking, are so not my type. Huh? And they snore.
Would you like some sake?
No.
I see.
He's like, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, yeah, really.
Can we just sit?
If you like, but you're paying a whole lot of money just to sit here. Well, my unagi stand friend, will this rain ever stop?
That's not my stand. I'm traveling and I'm trying to earn enough money for lodging.
Bro, and it's your husband's fucking debt. I mean, I'm not paying off your fucking debt.
I've been
Like,
held up in this city for a while due to the rain.
Oh, I see. So as soon as it stops raining, you'll leave.
I hope that the rain will never stop.
What?
If it continues, I'll be able to stay here forever. That wasn't meant to be a joke, Miss Shino. This must be difficult for you.
Sure. This is a very difficult time. The thing is, when I'm really sad, I find that that's when I tend to laugh the most. I get so frustrated that all I do is laugh.
whoa.
I swear, this rain is killing my business. My only customer today was a samurai who wears glasses. He seems to have this thing for Kohana, new girl I got working here. Her husband's such a loser. He had to sell his wife to get out of debt. Guess that's what happens when it's illegal for you to divorce your husband. You get stuck paying for his lousy mistakes.
It's illegal to get a divorce.
I mean, it sucks because essentially she's property.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. They did fuck.
They did fuck.
Whoa.
They did.
But like because they wanted to, not because he paid for it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's by.
Yeah.
Simple. Do you have any idea how much it costs to buy a prostitute's freedom? Even if there were 100 of you, you still wouldn't have enough to afford it.
Bro, I'm gonna kill them all.
When I got married, my parents were relieved that I was marrying into money. My husband had a gambling problem, and soon he'd amassed a massive amount of debt.
God.
The next thing I knew, the girl who owns the dry goods store had become the town whore. Please do me a favor and let's change the subject. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm afraid it's nothing more than a daydream.
I beg your pardon, sir, but Kohana, you have a visitor.
I'll be right there.
Her husband.
Unfortunately, our fantasy
Foo.
time is over.
Oh, it's probably
Everyone
Foo,
is
yeah.
out there waiting for us.
Aw, come on, have a heart, Shino. Spot me a little bit.
Oh, it is her
You don't
husband.
have money, do you?
Aw, baby, don't be like that. Nobody slipped you some tips?
Bro, fucking kill him.
Gambling problem and try to earn an honest living.
What did you say?
No, he's fucking murdering this guy. He is.
Still got a problem with my gambling? Huh? What, you want to leave me? Well, too bad, because I don't feel like cutting you loose yet. Ow! What do you think you're doing, you son of a bitch? Ah, I'm her husband! I can do whatever the hell I want to her! Ah!
All right, that's enough. Let him go.
Listen, bitch, I'm gonna bleed you dry for the rest of your life. Think about that.
Gene, stop. Okay, it's been
Actually
enough.
fucking insane. Yeah, for real, break her out like you did with Foo. Like,
Bro,
get the fuck out of
like
here.
literally, you guys literally disguised yourself.
He's gonna
broke
try. She's gonna be like, no.
so many people out of a brothel. You've already done it.
Yeah, I know. You have experience, bro.
I mean, I understand why you'd feel sorry for her, but
It's not out of pity.
you're not gonna stand here and tell me that you're actually in love with this woman, are you?
And Foo, what if he was?
Are you thinking about running away with her?
If for some reason I'm unable to make it back, I want the two of you to continue on.
You're serious. But you can't just leave. You promised you'd help me find the Sunflower Samurai. If you leave, I won't speak to you again.
Take her
Okay, he's like,
with.
okay.
Way. How can you do this? You promised me.
Forgive me.
Bro, wasn't she falling in love with that other guy too?
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about like their, I don't know, she's a fucking 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Like these fools are in their 20s.
We're leaving now. Pack what you need.
You're joking.
And maybe she wasn't falling in love with that other guy, but there was
No,
there was
it was a
something.
crush.
There was something
But
between.
this
them.
is like, he feels very,
If you ask for refuge,
he's very enthralled with her.
Yes, but even if they do let me stay, I'll be a prisoner there too. You have to stay there for 3 years. You and I won't be able to see each other either. I'd much rather spend my time here waiting for you.
I
Damn.
met you on the bridge that day. You were planning to kill yourself, weren't you?
I was. If you hadn't have come by when you did, I know that right now I'd be.
I feel like he.
leave this
I
place
think he feels responsible
My
because of that.
apologies for interrupting you, sir, but your time with Kohana is up now.
You're amazing.
I'll take an extension.
Take your time, sir.
I'll be waiting for you below. It'll be all right.
Now, sir, about that extension fee. Huh? Hey, what do you think you're doing? You're not going anywhere, bitch!
Let go.
Whoa. Bro, that should be so heavy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Catching a person like
Sorry
that
for the bro.
midair. Fucking. What is gonna happen right now? This is like insane.
Sorry, but life doesn't always work out the way we want it to.
Oh my god, no
Nah,
fucking
he's got
swords.
this shit, bro. He's got this shit. And Mugen was eaves. See, yeah.
Two were over.
Shut up and hurry.
Oh, she's got him. Foo's got him.
Cause they're homies like that, okay?
I got out of bed for this.
get my cash back. Hurry.
My heart's like clenching right now. What's gonna happen? Oh my god. Cut him down.
Run away from me, were you?
Kill this fool.
No,
Like,
please.
kill him.
Like, please.
Kill him.
I won't spend another second of life paying for your mistakes.
Thank you.
I am taking back my life right here and now. That's what it costs to free the woman who used to be your wife.
There she is! She's getting away!
Jean.
Damn, that was crazy.
Thank you so much.
Okay, kill her husband, please. Kill him, please. Was he in the mix?
Well, I mean, he's not going to be a problem anymore.
Damn, bro. Okay. Okay.
You know what's so fucking funny?
What?
At the beginning of this episode, we were discussing. I mean, you were discussing. I was kind of like dittoing silently.
You were dittoing silently.
And we were talking about like how the emotional episode. There's only been one that actually is the. You know, I keep bringing it up. The Oniwaka. That's like one of the best emotional episodes. And obviously the kid who was doing all the stuff for his mom. That was like.
But again, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Those were the ones like Oniwaka was good, and I think that one could have been better. So we were like, okay, well, maybe that isn't like its strong suit, the show. But after like an episode like this, it's like,
they're
damn,
more than capable.
They are
more than capable.
Because you know what it is? I think that you felt more of a connection between Jean and this girl. I feel like if Fu had more of a connection with that kid until the end, they had that like, oh, we'll see each other later. Like if they were like talking throughout the episode, hanging out, building a relationship, you would have cared more about him. And I think that's why you cared so much about her, because like you had the characters that you're following, they have a connection with that character, if that makes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I believed that was real, and it made me care more for her than like the kid. Like I just feel like it was a missed opportunity to like not flesh him out more, because she was fully fleshed out. I mean, you knew her beginning, middle, and end as a character that was introduced in her situation. And the other kid, he kind of did, but
yeah, for me, I mean, the Oniwaka episode, it really successfully hit its emotional like climax, like the final moment. The episode with the kid, it was very surface level until Fu went to go talk to the mom, and it was only then that I felt anything at all ever. But like you mentioned with this episode, from almost the moment I met this woman, Jean met this woman, like I was invested, and I was trying to think about during the episode why that was. And we talked about in the episode with the boy, his situation being very typical, like a situation we've seen a million times before, but also we've also seen this kind of situation a million times.
I mean, we
before.
saw it with Fu. I mean, we saw it with also the girl in the beginning with her dad.
Yeah.
Not paying back the gambling debt. Like, it's happened before. And that's why when the episode started, I was like, oh, here we go. Gambling again. Prostitute in a brothel. Like, we've seen this before, but they did it so differently. And because one of our main characters was really fully invested, like, we were fully invested.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. And I think that's what you were even kind of like alluding to earlier, is that we didn't get enough time with him and Fu, or him and like the characters that we are invested in. So
right.
Like,
so why would we care? Why would we be invested if the
right.
characters that we are invested in aren't even really that invested?
Right.
That's why. Yeah.
And because although the situation is something that we've seen before, even in this show, it felt more real because the stakes felt more real. The way that everyone like in the episode treated the situation, like it felt more real. Like it just, I just like felt the stakes, and I felt it felt like an impossible situation. Like we've seen Jean and Fu free a bunch of people from a brothel. We've seen them do crazy shit. But this, which so on paper would make this something like nothing compared to the things that they've done. But like the episode took it so seriously and made it feel impossible.
And also took its time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the whole episode felt longer than any of the episodes we had watched, but in like the best way. I think that like when we get those either like wacky, but it's also been done in like other episodes where it's been more serious of like cutting between 3 different storylines. We didn't really have that. We had Fu kind of working, like the focus was on Jean, and it wasn't like, okay, well, like we're gonna have a whole arc with Mugen and these like beetles, and then we're gonna cut back to Fu and her job and what she's doing, and then we're gonna cut back to Jean and give him like as little time as possible for the main actual story event that's happening, the thing that you should care about. It's being split into 3 things, so you don't really get as much time with that as you should. And I think that it was given the most time, and that's why we felt the most, and it was like slowed down. The whole vibe of the story, the episode was like, I loved it. I loved like the rain. I loved like the reason why they're stuck is because of the rain, and they had to like, you know, obviously stay there. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a really, really from beginning to end good episode.
This is probably one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah,
if not my favorite episode. I mean, obviously it's hard because there are the really funny episodes, but like in terms of like emotionally hitting,
no, Oniwaka, this one,
favorite. This over Oniwaka like by a lot for me personally.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I did really like her character. I liked how, I don't know, she really was toughing it out. Like,
yeah, I'm a sucker
it wasn't
for that.
it wasn't even like I'm hiding behind it. Like it was just like, this is how it happens. This is what is done. This is, even like they kept saying like the world isn't as like black and white. Like, you know, the world's not always going to give you the best like hand of cards, but like you can change it. And like, yeah, it was like fated that they met and he was able to help her go across the river, because I think that they said that if she went across the river, she would have to wait there for like 3 years or whatever before she can go back to like, because maybe they're like different sections and they can get like what's the word,
I guess pardoned or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how it all works.
Yeah.
Either,
because then she like paid back, because her husband wasn't really an issue. I mean, I wanted him to fucking die, but she paid off her freedom for him, so that she didn't have to be under his debt anymore and stuff. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. It
was so well done because they knew exactly what they wanted to do, and like you said, they dedicated every single moment to it, even with the side characters like you were talking about, or not side characters, but the other main characters, side characters during this episode, Fu and Mugen. Their entire storyline was in service of like furthering Jean's. Like Fu's was there to eavesdrop and to be able to know what was happening because Jean wasn't being forthcoming with her. Mugen's whole thing with the Beatles was to give Jean money to go meet this girl and have this moment with her.
Yeah.
It was all serving that story.
Yeah.
It was incredible from start to finish. They don't need to all, like you said, I love that you said that, they don't need to all have their own crazy like adventures within one episode that are all given equal time. Like, it's fine to really like, give.
I mean, that's what I felt. I mean, even in the first couple episodes, it was that like we were seeing like more time given to specific story plot points within the characters, and I feel like recently the last couple episodes have been a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
So for it to like really slow down and for us to be able to enjoy just like a story between 2 characters, also like showing Jean having vulnerability at all really helped his character, and again made you believe like, oh, like he really like he would not be doing this shit. Like if he didn't actually like care about this like girl and like this girl, like he would not care about her situation at all. He was so cold. He's like, well, if you want to kill yourself, you probably shouldn't do it here. You should probably go somewhere else. Like, he doesn't give a like. Yeah. Even if she's like, oh, okay, thank you, and then like went to go do it, like he wouldn't even try to like. Something changed within him, and you saw like how much he actually genuinely cared. Because if he didn't genuinely care, he wouldn't be going to all these lengths to do this.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like really well done. Obviously,
like you said at the end too, the moment where it was all like coming to a head. Your heart, my heart, we were both fully invested. We were fully in it. And when she reached out
I know.
and like tried to grab him, because in most of these kinds of stories, you have that one farewell kiss or that final moment before that person gets like sent away.
Well,
and like she reached out to grab him and like barely missed him. Like that fucking like hit, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, I liked that too, because I mean, they said they can maybe meet up in like 3 years or whatever, but I liked the idea of like them really sharing a love, but inevitably like them helping each other out. Like Jean helped her out so much, and she was able to be freed, but like I don't know, I like the idea of like, yeah, that's it. Like they had like a very like passionate love for each other, but they like went their separate ways, and that's it.
That plays into the eel at the very beginning. Like if you try to hold on to an eel too tightly, it'll like slip through your fingers or whatever. And so it's like, yeah, like him having to kind of let go, like him kind of,
and him, keeping his promise to Fu. Like he could have easily been like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you, but he, what she said, I'm gonna do that mission and then I'm gonna come back to you.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
This was by far one of my absolute favorite episodes. So incredibly well done. And like you pointed out in the beginning of this conversation, Megan, it's so funny that we were just talking about how when Samurai has done up until this point, to us, in our opinion, when it has, done emotionally heavy or emotional, where emotion was the focus of the episode, like it doesn't seem to ever really like go much deeper than the surface. We were proven so fucking wrong, like so fucking wrong here in episode 11. Crazy. This is what I want more.
It hurt us.
This is what I want. This is what I need. Give me more.
I don't know. I feel like the next episode is gonna go. It's gonna. I was thinking more of the Naruto, like yeah, that was fucking insane.
No, but I do love those kind of samurai episodes.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite kind of samurai episodes.
I mean, if we could just get like a flip flop of this and like something like that, perfect, fucking perfect.
Well, let's see what we're in for and jump into our next reaction. Our reaction to episode 12, The Disorder Diaries. It's like the fucking Diaries of Wimpy Kid, the Dork Diaries,
I thought of something else, like the Princess Diaries.
Oh, it's a lot of diaries. Vampire Diaries. A lot of diaries. People keeping diaries.
I can't believe it. This hot bath feels so good. It's like heaven.
Just saying. Don't you think it's a little bit fishy? Like, what the hell are we wandering around for?
We're searching for the samurai who smells of sunflowers, as I recall.
Exactly what I'm saying. I mean, if you stop and think about it, we really don't know jack shit about this sunflower dude, do we? Yeah, remember that one time? Oh yeah, the smelly guy. I've been meaning to ask you about that.
Huh?
Who is this samurai who smells of sunflowers?
Well,
What the hell is a sunflower anyway?
Wait a minute.
You don't know?
It's a flower.
So what does it smell like?
Do you have any other leads?
Like a picture or something?
What makes you think he's around here?
Stop!
You ever notice she gets all weaselly when we bring that stuff up? And this latest shit, now she expects us to go all the way to Nagasaki.
I am sorry.
It's a little recap episode.
Nagasaki is where you should do.
This is also a top 3 episode right here, this one.
So we're just supposed to believe this idiot and go all the way there?
The man was the chief merchant of the East India Company's Japan branch. I doubt his information would be unreliable.
Are you sure?
What's the difference? With no other leads, we haven't got much choice.
There's no way in hell she doesn't know more than she's letting on. That little tramp is hiding something from us. While she's busy taking a bath, I'm gonna snoop around a little. Here we go.
You shouldn't go through other people's belongings.
Hey, chill out, will ya? It's her own fault for not telling us anything.
What is it?
I can't read.
Give me that.
I can't read.
That makes sense.
It looks like a diary.
That's her diary? Jackpot. There's gotta be some information about that sunflower dude in there somewhere. Go on, read it to me, you mook.
The 10th of July. It's been almost a year now since Mom died.
I had always told myself that one day I would set out on a journey, only I never had the courage. So in the meantime, I've been working and living at this nice old guy's tea house. But now I've decided it's time. I don't want to forget this journey, and so I decided that starting today, I'm going to keep this diary. And there you have it. I've kept my word and started my diary. I have now filled out the very first page. I have to admit that the tea house burning down helped motivate me because I didn't have any choice but to start my trip. Parentheses, smiley face. Sound, the fire was caused by a couple of crazy guys. The first one to come into the tea house was a crude and vulgar guy with wild hair.
You talking about me?
The second I saw him, I thought he was a bad guy. The type of person I'd never want to be friends with in a million years.
Say what?
Of course, once I talked to him, I realized I was absolutely right.
Shut up!
I'll admit that I needed some help. The stupid governor's son had come in and thought he could do whatever he wanted. Once he got started, he didn't know when to stop. I mean, he totally went overboard. In the middle of all this, another man appeared, one with long hair and glasses.
She talking about you now?
I actually thought he was
Who else, Mugen?
Not like the first one.
Huh?
Not like the first
She said she
one.
thought he was attractive? She's been crushing on this fool.
Anyway, one thing led to another, and before I knew it, I had set out on my journey with these two attendants. A guy showed up saying something about Mugen cutting his arm off.
Hey there. I think you should go back to sleep for a while.
Well,
But this is a very interesting way to do like a recap of the series because I think we're halfway, right? 12.
Yeah.
P.S. The yakimanji we had in Joshu were yummy. Vase. A vase. It's like a little vase.
That shit was funny too.
And she was put in a vase too when she was kidnapped by the
Oh
fucking...
yeah.
Oh no, it's a fucking
But there was
barrel.
another time that a vase came in that she didn't mention it. I feel like that guy,
My
funniest
fave.
character in all of Samurai Champloo ever. No one will ever top him.
Oh god.
Oh god. Yeah. You are definitely struggling. I'll tell you that. Damn,
Young?
bro, you look like you've been struggling.
I don't know about that. You look like, I don't know. Something out of a fucking nightmare, bro.
For real.
I don't know either.
Fool, you were young. I mean, you still are, but you know.
You were young.
He showed interest in you. That was enough.
Mess was definitely all their fault too.
Something just occurred to me that I didn't think of before.
Like what?
Like, what the hell were we even doing going to Edo anyway?
No idea.
Well, take a look already. What'd she write?
Today was the first time in ages I was able to eat all I wanted. I'm so happy. I wonder if everybody's like that.
Just you, Porky.
Porky is crazy.
To see kabuki and fireworks, which was really neat. The end.
Come on, wait a minute. Isn't there anything about that sunflower samurai in there?
Oh, that reminds me. We're leaving today and going to Nagasaki. I pretty much figure it's a long shot, but the reason I came to Edo was because I'd heard rumors that he was here. It's not like I had any hard evidence or anything.
You're kidding me.
Bitch. She brought us here because of a stupid rumor?
I can't believe it.
Samurai Champloo. 1, 2, 3. Samurai Champloo.
That's the best one.
Taken hostage again. Jeez.
She's gonna come out that bath.
I dreamed about Mom last night, but so much has happened to me on this journey that I haven't had any time to miss her. It's hard for me to find the right words to write about Shinsuke, but once some time has passed and I've had a chance to sort out my feelings, I definitely want to sit down and write her a long letter. I want to tell her all those things that I wanted to say back then.
It is difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to predict what the future holds. Incidentally, this is a prediction of the lives of people in the future, a speculative work of fiction by Edo dime novel author Harumachi Koikawa. Predicting the future is something of a tricky business. What the hell were they thinking with those dumbass hairstyles?
We left Edo and started out for Nagasaki, but then those two went crawling away after some older woman. What scumbags! It's just that it makes things a lot more difficult when my bodyguards don't carry out their duties.
Luigi.
Luigi.
She was kind of sexy. She had a nice set of hooters.
Fu is awesome, dude.
Luigi.
That's all right. It just makes that jewel a lot more.
Second funniest character in all of Samurai
Who
Champloo.
am I? I'm gonna be big. My name is Nagamitsu Sakon Shogun.
No, actually, it's his beatboxing homie in the
I
background.
only attract weirdos. Getting by in life sure is hard. The end.
The
Yes,
end.
The pear was yummy.
As a side note, there's been a recent uproar over rampant sexuality in the country's youth.
Oh my god.
Keep in mind the Japanese people had a rather open-minded view of sexuality, and it was especially liberal during the Edo period. They only became prudish in the Meiji era after the influx of Western culture. One could say that they've merely returned to the values of the Edo period. And if you take the time to delve into world history, then you'll discover that Japan's Edo period can be placed right alongside the civilization of ancient Greece, in that it was an era in which gay love flourished, and homosexuality was considered a more noble pursuit than heterosexuality.
Whoa!
Incidentally,
oh,
please forgive
interesting.
my extremely delayed introduction. My name is Alonzo the
Oh my god, I knew it was him.
the secret police.
I knew it was
I
him.
fight night and day in the name of peace.
That's my guy.
Damn, he said all that to say, like, you know what? People been gay, bro. Get over it.
By the way, I spent a lot of time with Gene because that jerk Mugen didn't come back. Now that I think about it, I guess that was the first time I'd ever spent any time alone with him. We're finally going to have a heart-to-heart conversation. But Gene kept his mouth shut the whole time. I'd always thought that at times like that, guys were supposed to open up and tell you all sorts of stuff. I tried to break the ice, but all I could get out of him was a I mean, after all, we've been on this journey for quite a while now. How long is it going to take before he finally gets around to opening up to me? The end.
The end.
Man to man, what do you really think of her anyway? This guy's hopeless.
The 1950s, San Francisco, California.
Whoa.
A time in which the youth of the so-called Beat Generation were profoundly influenced by Zen. It is said that among the hippies, there were those who approached Zen as a counterculture, chanted Buddhist mantras, burned incense, and practiced meditation. During the Edo period in Japan, although they aren't searching for anything in particular, here we find three people deep in meditation. And if one were to ask why these people are doing this, well...
I'm sorry, friend, but we don't even have enough money for a place to sleep. We don't have anything to give you for charity.
Who's fucking back?
Wonderful, I'm glad to hear that.
Starting today, we'll be staying at this Zen temple for a while.
I like the little history lessons in between too.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I like how it's not just like a recap episode. Like it's recapping the events, but there's added stuff with her like
perspective,
diary. Yeah, her perspective and things that she was thinking about in that time.
Yeah.
Even like writing the letter to the mom we didn't know about. Like I do like that.
He was not born so that he might submit to rules or to a master. My question is this: the duties of a warrior. Does this philosophy not contradict them?
No, because freedom cannot be forced into existence. In order for you to accept yourself as you are and live with your soul at peace, you must simply teach yourself to let it be.
Those idiots. A lot of terrible things happen to me lately, and it's all because of them. I have to wonder at times, did I pick the right two men to go with me on this journey?
All encounters happen but once in a lifetime. If you have met these two men and are traveling with them now, then that is your destiny.
Hey, Master Chrono. I'm looking to make myself stronger here. You got any brilliant ideas?
What the hell?
Beat that freaky bastard. Hey, you listening to me, Baldy? How the hell am I supposed to beat this guy? Cut! Ow!
Got him.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's like Father Zuiko says. It was a once-in-a-lifetime chance encounter. I have no idea what stands between here and Nagasaki, or how much longer it'll take us to get there. I just hope the three of us can keep traveling together to the very end. I'm positive that those two are thinking the exact same thing. That's the path I chose to take.
You don't make up other people's minds for them.
Just kidding. I figured those two might try and get a peek at my diary without asking, so I decided to make all that stuff up. Serves you right, you jerks.
They got him. Or she got him. She fell asleep.
That was cute. That was cute. That was a cute episode. That was cute.
Yeah, it was. Again, like I liked how they were able to have like a recap episode, because we've even seen like recap episodes in a lot of things that we've watched. I mean, a lot of these older shows have them like midway, because now, I mean, I feel like a lot of shows now, and we're just seeing a resurgence back into like 25 episode series, but they're usually cut into like cores now and stuff. But you know, back in the day it was, I mean, back in the day it was standard 26 episodes, and
but also
now
they were coming out on TV weekly, and you couldn't, there wasn't a streaming service for you to go watch them all whenever you wanted to.
Exactly. So like, I'm sure there's a person who was like watching this on Toonami and was like, oh, I want to watch this now because I'm kind of like caught up, I guess, in a way.
Either I forgot what happened because it's been so long, or I didn't get the chance. I came, late, and I'm getting caught up on everything that's been going on.
But even then, like, even so, like, 12 episodes is pretty standard. I don't know when that became standard, but, like, it's 12 episodes now, usually.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So, yeah, doing that in between, like we talked about with Code Geass and Gurren, like, those have those have longer series, and we do have recaps in those. But I think those are a very true to form recap episode where, like, you're just seeing the scenes again. Whereas this, it's like from a new perspective, even lines and internal dialogue that she had thought in those moments, like, were shown to us, which I thought was cool. And it, yeah, again, like you said, reinforced moments and character development, like Mugen and Jin having their moments of maybe potentially breaking away from the promise that they made her, or how she really even feels about them, like traveling together, having second thoughts about, like, are these two guys the ones I should be bringing with me? And the fact that they're still traveling with her, like, I think it's cool. Like, they complain a lot. Like, Mugen's like, why are we following this bitch? And it's like, but you are still. So there's a reason why they're all endeared to each other. And I think that it is, like, a big found family thing too. Like, I don't think they have anyone else. And they're usually, well, Fu is kind of used to being on her own, but I feel like these two are, like, super used to being on their own.
Yeah.
So all coming together, it's really nice. But yeah, that was, I mean, there's not too much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I kind of love this era of anime and just TV in general, because these, I think, are rightfully so, like, not, these kinds of episodes are just not necessary anymore.
And it's, like, nostalgic. Yeah.
So
like,
it's kind of cool, to go back and see them. The one that comes to mind that I really enjoyed was the Hunter x Hunter episodes. It was always Gon writing home. And so he'd send a letter and
I think I just skipped those.
His family would open the letter and it would kind of cut it would kind of cut back to them reacting to things that he'd been going through because he's telling them in the letter. And I just thought, like, oh yeah, that's so fun for a show to do. That's a fun thing for a show to do, like to have these recap episodes and to go, okay, but how can we make them fun? How can we still make them recap episodes, but how can we make them the most entertaining they can be?
Yeah, Hunter makes sense. There's a lot of episodes of Hunter.
Oh yeah, well yeah. But they did that multiple times. They did it like once a season.
They had to,
because
there was a lot of information. Like, once you got to a certain point, you're like, man, like,
well, yeah. But to your point, that's why I really love this too, for everything that we mentioned that you said and now and what we were saying during the episode. Like, yeah, I love having that additional perspective. I thought it was really fun. It wasn't a beat for beat fucking, like,
and we didn't see everything. We didn't see
they cut a lot of shit out.
They cut the last episode that we just saw out with Gene. The one previously was not in it. And they just cut out a lot of stuff, and it wasn't beat for beat, and it kept it interesting with, like, the cuts and the different points of view, and even some added scenes when they're talking to the monk, like, that didn't happen.
Yeah, and I thought it was also interesting because we could only through that like framing device of Fu's diary, like we couldn't really see anybody else's perspective. Like it had to be things from Fu's perspective. So we didn't get to see when Mugen went off and fought the guy. Like, we didn't get to see what he was thinking, what he was feeling, what was going on there.
And I mean, it's funny to think about, like, they are on their quest because of her. Like, Mugen gets a lot of time, Gene gets a lot of time, and it's like, this was like Fu's episode to remind us, like, this is why they're fucking out doing this. And I thought, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning of the episode, I was like, oh my god, we're finally gonna get the samurai shit. Like, finally. Didn't get that. Didn't even get really anything else besides what we already knew. But again, I liked how they did it. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either. I really am not mad either. And Fu is a character that does have a lot of character. Like, she really does. I love her. I think that the VA who's doing the dub is, like, absolutely killing it.
No, I love her.
So much more character to her.
This episode really, like, solidified how much I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a really fun character. And I enjoyed even the other guy making a comeback, the narrator, whatever.
Oh my god, I love him. I knew it was his voice. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's fucking iconic. Like, I love him, bro. Like, I really, really
I just really love the history lessons that he was sprinkling throughout the episode, and I just find that stuff so fascinating, and I think it's so interesting that people, because he was saying a lot of different things, but one of the things that I latched onto is he mentioned, like, oh yeah, people are freaking out at how, like, crazy, like, people are, like, how open people are, like, about with their sexuality, or just, like, with sex in general. He's like, but it was like, it used to be like that. Like,
well, they were, like, open until, I guess they became more
but then there are periods, right? And it's so funny because in a way, we're
opposite.
Well, no, I just feel like we're going through one of those periods, like where we were like, not that like people.
No, we were prudish.
We were a little bit more prudish, and now I think there's this wave, and it feels like, at least in America and the West, it feels like there's this wave of like, people trying to like make things really conservative again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say the opposite.
I mean, maybe it's just because, like, currently as we're recording this, there's an election, so there's a lot of fucking shit happening everywhere.
Yeah,
but
I would say, like, I mean, music and other things. Like, I think it's at the height of like pushing the envelope.
And that's true. It depends on where you're looking.
Yeah,
like within music, absolutely.
I would say music 100%.
But again, I think that's the job of art. Like, that's the job of music. That's the job
pushing
of
the envelope.
Is pushing shit. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just funny. It was just crazy how, like, he said, like, it used to be like everyone was like very open with sexuality, but then there was a turning point where they started like focusing that on like the youth. That's how it opened up, and I was like, oh, let's not.
Well, I think what he was saying is,
let's not talk about
what he's saying is, like, in Japan, at least this is how I understand it. Like, there are a lot of there are a lot of pervy things, and the way I took it was that, like, there was an older generation who was like, look at this young generation and how fucking nasty they are and how fucking perverted they are. And it's like, what he was saying was like, yeah, but like people used to be like that. And that was the normal,
right?
Until there was this new period. And again, I really do feel like we can look back and we can see that in our own culture, our own, not maybe like time, but like,
not our time, but definitely, like, I think, women were looked at weird for wearing jeans. Like, they're like in our society, like, or like shorter than above the knee was considered like scandalous. Like, we've definitely, there's always people that were hyper or like owning their sexuality for sure. That didn't really care about society and, conformity and all that stuff. But I think that now it's like it's like, you won't even look twice at a woman wearing shorts, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even think about it.
But to me, the pendulum swinging is what's like most interesting to me. Like, how does that happen? In my mind, logically, it makes sense that, like, as a society, as a culture, we would progress forward and we would continue to progress forward, inevitably on and on.
Well,
and on.
it's like,
but we
the
don't.
patriarchy.
We go backwards every now and then. We flip flop, and that's what's so fucking crazy.
Because they want to keep women oppressed.
They want to keep lots of groups oppressed, multiple groups.
A lot. We're like, this turns into like.
No, I'm just saying, like, for real. It's kind of crazy. But history is interesting to me, and that's like, I'm getting more and more interested in history the older I get for some reason.
Because you're getting old and you are ancient history.
Fuck. Maybe. But I like it. I like it. And I've been watching more history videos, and I've been like consuming more history. And
all right.
It's fun to me. I wish I cared this much when I was younger, because I really didn't give a fuck. I kind of did, but
not about much though.
Not about a lot.
Not about a lot. Maybe two things in your head.
Yeah. There were two thoughts in my head. Yeah. But again, not a whole lot to say, like you were saying, but a really fun. If they're gonna do it, if they're gonna have a recap episode, this is the best way to do it. This was absolutely.
I would say two great episodes.
Yeah,
2 great episodes.
And I think this officially marks like the halfway point.
Yes.
And so yeah, I just want to again say that, like, I really do. I hope that going forward, we're able to see more of what we saw in what was it, episode 11?
Yeah, and I think that, like, it's like a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously this is a TV show, but like, there are good episodes and there are not so good episodes, or things that you find really interesting or not so interesting. And I, again, have come to like the understanding of the show. And if we could get more episodes like that, great, amazing. But if we don't, it's just the show. It's just this type of show.
Yeah, but
I've said that before.
My point is that this kind of show can still be like something that I don't enjoy because I don't enjoy the execution of it. But the thing that I feel like
it's keeping
was frustrating me.
It's keeping you on the line.
Is that they were fucking absolutely killing it with the like funny comedy episodes, but not so much with the emotional episodes. And then I kind of came to just accept that that's what it was.
Right.
And
I agree,
as soon as I did, it was like, but now we're going to show you that we could do this whole thing. This thing that you said we couldn't do, we could do it the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And then they kind of, so it's like, I'm like, well, I'm fucked up.
I mean, Gene's not gay.
He is. He's bi. He's not gay, he's bi.
Or maybe he's like pan.
Maybe.
He was like, I just like your vibe.
Maybe he's Gene. You ever think of that? Maybe he's just Gene.
He's just Gene. I was like, that was just disappointing. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
That was the biggest
disappointment of this whole fucking goddamn show. All this build up to gay love.
But again, this show is turning out to be one of the most like interesting reactions that we've gone through because we it keeps pulling us all over the place, and so I'm very curious to see like how it's going to continue after this point. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. You guys have been so awesome about no, for real, about just like giving us insight, like understanding like how we're feeling, like adding your own feelings into the conversation, and it really does feel like a conversation. And cool
and we never want to like come on here and like lie or like not tell you how we're feeling about something, because there's so many other reaction channels, so many other people reacting to the series that do just give like overtly great things to say, and not bashing them. It's just like everyone likes different things. So like we appreciate that you guys, if we say anything, aren't like, you guys just don't fucking like, not coming off rude, because we're not trying to come off rude. This is our first time watching this. You may or may not have had like years to like love this series, to grow appreciation for it. Like this is our first time watch, even after the episodes, first time watching it, first time thoughts. So we just want to give our honest opinions, because that's kind of what I feel like we're here to do.
I just feel like too on the internet in general, but especially in reactions, like, you know, people are really like super hyped and going crazy about something, how much they like it, or hyped and crazy about how much they don't like it. I don't know. Yeah. It's just extremes, and that's the internet in general. But so to be able to have a place where we're like, you know what, we're kind of on the fence about it, honestly. Like we don't like hate this thing, we don't love this thing, but then sometimes we do love this thing. And sometimes, like,
you're giving us like the freedom to be able to like feel those things throughout the series, and not like completely tell us to like fuck off. Or
which
anything.
Honestly, again, like makes me appreciate the show even more. Like, because those moments and those times where, you know, we might express like, I don't know, I'm feeling like a little bit out. If people were to pile on and go, oh, you just don't get it, and you're blah blah blah, and da 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 da, then sometimes that could make just like,
it's like an eel.
The human.
It's like an eel.
It's like an eel. Yeah, it can make the human part of me go, well, like, fuck this shit.
Push it away. You try to hold on to it too tightly.
Right.
You have to anticipate the movements.
But everybody's just been so fucking awesome.
No, yeah, for 100% for sure.
So yeah, also subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these kinds of conversations. Please click that subscribe button. It does matter. It does help. And if you've already subscribed, like the video. It matters. It means the world to us. And if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored versions of these reactions and all our previous reactions, all you gotta do is go to patreon.com/Volume1Pod, or click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. You can even try it our Patreon for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you, if you like it. And speaking of our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to thank everybody, no matter how you show your support, but we'd like to give a special thank you to our V1P members.
Woohoo! V1Ps.
V1Ps. So thank you to all. But a very, very special thank you to
Wombo, David Ramirez, Pablo Lucchini,
Jonathan R., and Quattro. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. We love you. We appreciate everything that you do, and we appreciate you being you. That was my mantra.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was really good. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is...
Previously on the Food Diaries.
The Food Diaries.
It's a Vampire Diaries joke.
You're really watching a lot of it.
For all the TVD heads out there.
Vamp heads.
Yeah, TVD heads. Are you Stelena or are you Delana?
Let us know.
Hashtag. No, seriously, I'm serious. Like, comment below. I need to know. We were wrong.
We were wrong. Okay. Thank you.
Simple as
for
that, bro.
Watching. Thank you for clicking on this video, for hanging out with us. And until next time,
we were wrong. And we might not be wrong next episode.
No. We might be wrong again, but we also might not be.
It's like, it's like an eel.
We're like an eel. That's what the outro should have been. Like an eel.
Like an eel.